Hey there YouTube, I'm Brenda Petrella and today I'm going to give a brief overview of the Movo Motorized Panoramic Tripod Head. For those of you who follow my articles on improvedphotography.com, you may have seen the article that I wrote that was a complete review of this little device. Some of you contacted me and asked whether I could do a little demo, so here it is. This is a little device that attaches your camera to your tripod and basically rotates your camera while you're taking photos. So why would you use this device? Well, first of all, it's a great way to add motion to time-lapse photography. So if you really want to start taking your time-lapse photography to another level and have it look more professional and more cinematic, then one way to do that is to add motion, like a panning or a tilting motion, to the time-lapse itself. You know, you can go out and buy some of those super expensive sliders, but that's going to cost you $1,000 to $2,000. And this is just $100, and so you really can't go wrong with picking it up to just start playing around with your time-lapse videos and seeing if you can add some motion to them to make them a little more interesting and a little more professional looking. Now, a little disclaimer, I am not getting paid by Movo to do this. This is just a device that I bought that I thought everybody else might want to know about. I've enjoyed working with it. It's very simple to use. It's lightweight, and so it's easy to pack, and it's pretty small, as you can see, and it has a cool look. I wouldn't say it's perfect by any means, but if you really want to get started in time-lapse photography like I did, I think it's a great little option to have in your kit. Okay, so let's do a little unboxing of the Movo electronic ball head. Comes in this nice little box. Here we have an instruction manual. It's very straightforward. It also comes with this nice padded carry case. It measures about 5 inches by 4 inches by 3 inches, so it's very compact and packable. The Movo device itself is only about 1.5 pounds, so it's very easy to bring on trail and carry with you. So here it is. It's a very simple device. It has this top disc that spins in either a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion, depending on how you program it. Has this simple on-off switch, and when you power it on, the top green LEDs will light up. These numbers up top indicate the degrees that this top disc will turn once it's started, and these numbers in green indicate the degrees that you can program. So it goes from 15 to 360 degrees, and that is controlled by this duration button here on the left. So when you press the duration button, you can just scroll through each of those degree choices and set how many degrees you would like this to spin. Now, I admit the name duration for this button is a little odd. You'd think they would call it degrees, but it's to indicate sort of how much movement this will do. And so in a way, it's sort of like a duration setting. There is a timer setting though here, and this is rotation time, or this RT button here on the right. And that is indicated here with these red LED lights on the next line there. And so you can scroll through like this to set your time. The time ranges are 5, 15, 30, and 60 minutes. And so I would say this is one limitation of this device, is that you can't do a time lapse for longer than 60 minutes without sort of restarting the button. And generally you don't want to touch buttons when you're doing time lapses, because that can, you know, jolt something and cause the time lapse to not turn out very well. And then once you've indicated those two settings, you simply hit start and stop. Now, if you want to change directions, then you depress both the duration button and the RT button simultaneously before you hit start, and then it will change the direction of rotation. Over here, we just have the micro USB charging port with another little LED that indicates whether or not it's been charged. So it has about a 6-hour battery life, and it's red when it's charging and it's green when it has charged. Up here on top, this is where you would attach your camera or your ball head for your camera. And below here is the screw hole that you would then attach this to a tripod. Other things that come in this little padded carry case are the micro USB charging cord, a smartphone holder. So this just simply screws in on top here, or you also have the option of mounting a GoPro. Depending on the settings, you can't actually see this rotate in real time, but the fastest rotation would be to do 360 degrees for 5 minutes. So I can show you what that looks like if we set the duration over here to 360 degrees and set the timer to 5 minutes and press start stop. You should be able to start seeing it rotate. That would be a pretty fast time-lapse setting. So I actually wouldn't recommend this setting for time-lapse. I would recommend a setting this fast for a movie clip where you're trying to pan in real time. So you get the idea, and you can, stop it before the timer is over if you wanted to, say, for instance, use that function to rotate the top of this to a certain degree starting point, such as here it's indicating at 300 degrees. Movo recommends being very cautious and not spinning this by hand because that can mess up the motor itself. And it is easy to make the mistake of rotating this when you're attaching a ball head to the top, so just be careful. So how about we go check it out and see it in action? Well, hey guys, that wraps up my review of the Movo tripod head. If you liked this and thought it was helpful, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Be sure to check me out on Instagram. If you have any questions about this or about time-lapse photography in general, please drop them in the comments below and I'd be sure to get back to you. All right, I'll see you guys in another few days. Thanks.